Here are 4 fast and festive ideas to make your D&D sessions this holiday season extra special. First up, let's take one of the most iconic bags in history, Santa's sack of toys, and give it an evil twist. With Christmas fast approaching and Santa nowhere to be found, you have been hired by his loyal elves to investigate his disappearance and hopefully save him as well as Christmas. Throughout your investigation, you'll visit iconic locations such as Santa's workshop, the North Pole, Santa's stable of reindeer, as well as the office for Santa himself, where you eventually discover his bag full of toys completely abandoned on the floor, which is extremely peculiar because he never leaves anywhere without it. Crawling into the bag, you find it to be an almost impossibly large space, giving way to a dungeon of holiday horrors. You and your party must now venture through this holiday hellish landscape in hopes of trying to find Santa, who has been kidnapped by one of the most infamous and horrifying creatures in all of D&D, the Bagman. So be careful, be quick, or Christmas is doomed. Next up is a creature even more terrifying than the holiday Bagman, as you and your party have been hired to investigate a bunch of disappearances that have been happening in various villages along the countryside. And as you gather clues trying to discover similarities between all these missing cases, you find that everyone that has gone missing are either pranksters, drunkards, or people that are all around considered hazards to the community. Going from village to village, you eventually uncover a cultist shrine in the center of the woods between all of these villages that has seemingly been used to conjure something sinister to get rid of anybody that the cultists thought to be unworthy of this holiday season. But given the body parts of cultists scattered throughout all of the woods, you figure that something definitely went wrong with their plan. You and your party are now in a race against time to track down and defeat this holiday monster, or Krampus, and defeat it before it kills more than just the holiday spirit. If you're looking for a fun way to prank your D&D party this holiday season, then this next idea is perfect for you. When people think of classic Christmas movies, they often think of A Christmas Story or things like The Grinch, but one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time is Gremlins. So next time your party ventures to a remote village, or perhaps is traveling along a winding road in the middle of nowhere, have them stumble upon a very peculiar shop. And amongst all the various strange wares they're able to buy in this shop, you are also able to buy a furry creature that the shopkeeper promises will grant you and your party extreme fortune as you go about your adventures. Or at least good fortune as long as your party takes care of it correctly. Now it's just a matter of waiting before your players eventually accidentally break one of these 3 rules, and all hell breaks loose as this little guy multiplies, turning into gremlins and running off to no doubt become a huge problem later in the story. But if you're looking for something lighthearted and fun for your D&D game this holiday season, then how about turning one of the most beloved Christmas movies of all time, Elf, into a hilarious quest for your players. As you and your party are traveling through the frost-ridden mountains on the northern end of the continent, you happen to stumble upon a very strangely dressed man who claims that he is in search of his father. And if you agree to guide and join him on this quest, he offers you a reward of a mysterious magical item of unimaginable power, so he says. Curious as to what exactly this magical item would be, you agree to guide him through the 7 levels of hell, the 7 levels of the Candy Cane Forest, and through the sea of swirly twirly gumdrops, where along the way you'll fight giant polar bears, evil snow monsters, as well as ginormous narwhals. As a bonus, to add some extra fun to this adventure, you can have it be that as your party is escorting Buddy to his father, you happen upon the domain of some winter spirits that challenge the party to a snowball fight in order to be granted passage through their territory. In which case, feel free to use or modify these spells to aid you in your snowball slaughter. I hope you all have a wonderful time with these adventures, and if you enjoyed this video, consider sharing some holiday cheer by hitting that like button. I'll also be releasing stat blocks for all of the enemies and NPCs that we mentioned in this video, as well as the special holiday loot for your party to grab. So if you're looking for some extra goodies on your adventure, as well as joining these amazing people, consider joining my Patreon, which is linked in the description of this video. But with that, happy holidays, and until next time, keep questing.